guys, I'm Zane and Weis from Productions Live, obviously. And welcome to episode 9 of Couch Talk, where we are discussing episode 9 of Doctor Who, Sleep No More.
Hold on, let me just, I have something in my eye. Oh my god!
No! Where did your eye go?
It's gone! Can I help you? I'm not on fire.
It's dust. I'm blowing you away.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm not on fire.
I'm Alex, by the way. I'm
Yep,
back.
yes, we finally have Alex back.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess,
Missed him so.
see, this week I feel like Alex is the replacement for Rachel.
Yeah.
Because last week it was you, me, and Rachel, not so you, me, and Alex, and again,
This is getting
You know,
awkward.
we had to make do. So.
Connor again.
Yeah, Connor skipped out on us. Can I say it? Can I say it? Because he has a girlfriend now.
Yeah, I didn't actually know this till today, so it's like...
Her name is Skylar. So now we have 3 Skylars to keep straight.
Wait, another?
Yeah, there's another Skylar.
I'm not going to even worry about that.
Every time you say Skylar, I think of Heroes, like Zachary Quinto's character from Heroes. No, that's
No.
Siler. No, wait, that's Siler, not Skylar.
Oh. Anyways.
They sound the same.
Anyways.
It's good to be back, I guess.
Initial thoughts of this episode.
I really enjoyed it. It was really, really fresh. You told me about the found footage thing, and then I was like, oh, are they really going to do this? And what they did with it, like switching point of views and stuff like that, and it being revolved around like sleep and all that, it was really entertaining and fresh, and I really enjoyed it. The only bad part was those damn sonic sunglasses.
Let it go! Just let it go! No, no, no!
Let that go!
No, Frozen.
Let that go!
No!
No Frozen here.
That's way too far.
No, really, let it go.
So, yeah.
I would flip you off, but this is Zane's channel, and I'm respectful of that fact. Anyway, my thoughts
I
were.
never said that.
My thoughts were that I'm not used to there being not double headers. Like I'm not used to like one off to not. But I'm not used to like these one-off episodes now.
Yeah.
Like so it was cool. It was nice. It started and it ended. It was just so complete. In a nice, short
wrapped
way.
up really nice.
I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the point of view thing. And I enjoyed like catching on to things like a second before they like actually explain them. Like they were like, oh, we don't have helmet cameras, and I caught it. And then like 5 minutes later, the doctor's like, wait, go back 10 minutes. What did you say? And I was like, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And who the bad guy was at the end, I guess that too, because
Yeah.
I'm swell.
He was a douche.
He was. He really was.
It had this like weird mix of like alien and stuff like that. The whole like swarmy like business guy and stuff like that who was in it for the money, or maybe that might be aliens. One of those two. And like this unseen monster that can like get you at any moment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
See, and I hate that I'm referencing this. But it's just like Under the Lake. Where
You just can't get over that one,
where the dude is there for the money of the oil.
Yeah.
And there's ghosts.
Well, this one makes a little bit more sense because
Well, yeah,
we're playing on the fact that like, okay, we're asleep for a third of our lives, so basically like 25, 30 years and stuff like that. Why not like exploit that and stuff like that and make a machine that it basically like gives you like a power nap pretty much.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, there's a ton of college students who would buy that product.
and a heartbeat, minus the whole Sandman monster thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like
Just a little kink.
Like what I'm saying though is the parallels of you got a rich dude who loves money, and then there just happens to be some type of like causality of that.
Yeah,
You know.
true.
Mm-hmm.
So.
True.
But I think that's in a lot of things too, not even just Doctor Who. I think it's
Yeah,
like
but I mean, like having it like in 2 episodes in the same series.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta
It's
kind of...
probably Moffat, and he's like, I have an agenda and I want to get it across.
Well, but see, this episode was...
Evil businessmen are bad.
Yeah. But see, this episode was by Mark Gatiss, which...
Okay, but they're basically the same person. Like,
I mean...
they're almost married.
They co-write Sherlock, so I mean, you know, they kind of think alike.
They got a bromance.
They're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, they've got like this bromance.
They have the
going on.
same
guy
dreams.
love, like.
Yeah.
They have the same dreams.
Same dreams, indeed.
Mr. Sandman.
Yeah, so, like, with... Okay, so...
Let's talk about the song that's going to be stuck in my head for the next
Yes,
3 weeks.
Hello, Mr. Sandman.
So obviously the monsters in this, I don't know if it's officially that their name is the Sandmen, but
The doctor said it's their name, so that's what it
No,
is.
he said, he was thinking about Dustman first, and then like, Clara said, oh, Sandman, it's just like, no, I do the naming here.
yeah,
It's like it's like the Flash, like, when he said that, I was like, oh, I do the naming here, and like, it's like Cisco on the Flash.
exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like
I'm just getting
well,
into that.
except for when the people actually come up with good names and like, all right, I'll let it slide because that's actually a really cool name.
I mean, Sandman is like, it has to be the name of that thing though, because it's
Yeah.
Sandman. Like, it wouldn't make sense any other way, so like.
Yeah. So yeah, clearly, okay, so clearly, you know, we said Mark Gatiss and Stephen Moffat are fairly similar in their writing. Although you could definitely tell that this was Mark Gatiss's episode.
Because it made
It's more
sense.
out there. It's more out there.
Yeah, it's more out there.
But it made sense.
Yeah, and again, I said this about in Series A about Robots of Sherwood. It's one of those episodes that really don't pertain too much to the series, but it's like it's
Well, this
there.
one's actually good.
Yeah. I think those are called like filler episodes.
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah,
that's
like-
what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, but like it's always his episodes, which I find hilarious. Except for like
Because he's like Moffat, I don't even understand what you're thinking, so like, I'm just gonna make something else, okay?
But okay, the only exception for that is, and I don't know if he actually wrote it. I know he acted in it. Was the Lazarus experiment in Series 3?
I think he did write it. He
yeah,
wrote it or he co-wrote it, I think.
probably. That's the only one that actually pertained to the whole series arc. But
Yeah.
like recently, his has not pertained to that at all.
I mean, usually if it's not written by Moffat, it doesn't really pertain to the arc, just because.
Well, that's not.
I mean, sometimes. I mean, most of the time. I don't know. I've
Well,
always
the
noticed that
Robots
the
of
filler
Sherwood had that
episodes-
connection to,
the Promised
Yeah,
Land.
the
That's
Promised
the
Land,
only
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Like it was a brief mention. Of,
Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah,
it.
so what's the tissue in this episode that connects to everything?
I really didn't find any tissue, to be honest. Like
Maybe
I
this whole
don't.
idea of like the people becoming like Sandmen or something like that, like sort of like hybrids, I guess.
That
Yeah.
actually does make
Hybrids.
sense.
Hybrids.
I mean,
Hybrids is the theme for this season.
I was just
Okay.
waiting for the Adonis Rex to show up.
yeah, really.
Rawr, Chris
Gosh.
Pratt shows up.
Yeah,
Hello.
Chris Pratt. But yeah. So I mean, what?
I would pay to see that.
Oh yeah. I think anybody would probably pay to see that.
Yeah.
So what did we actually think of the Sandman? Like, were they interesting creatures or
Yeah.
were they
Yeah.
wasted?
Yeah. Yeah, I liked how they explained it. Like, oh, it's like all the basically this. It's the sand in our eyes and like dust in our eyes that we get at night, and it just builds and builds and builds and builds,
Mhm.
and it becomes like a thing of its own or something
Yeah.
like that.
It's
At least I
definitely-
think that's
yeah.
what it meant.
It's
They were
definitely not like one of the scarier creatures that they've ever created, but it was one of the more inventive ones that they've created.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm glad that they didn't like. Hopefully, they're not gonna like drag it out to more episodes. Like this was just like one off, and it was like an interesting a creature that we met,
Yeah.
and now it's done.
See, and like in the trailer last week for it, they make it seem like it's so like they're like a really scary like creature.
I mean, it's a kids show, so like for kids, maybe it's a scary creature. I mean,
Maybe,
it's got that
yeah.
weird like gaping mouth thing that it
Yeah.
can like
Sort of
nom
like-
you.
Sort of like the Thing vibe or something like that from
Yeah.
the Thing, but less horrifying.
Yeah, way less horrifying.
This is yeah, like
The
you said,
Thing?
like
Doctor Who.
like what you said, it's a kids show and stuff like that. So Kids, don't watch the thing.
No.
No, fuck you up.
But yeah.
Sorry, you're gonna have to bleep that.
Yeah.
I promise that's the only F-bomb.
Okay.
2 F-bombs.
Yeah, you did too.
But yeah, no. The interesting thing I found about them though was, see, and I think we've had a lot of monsters in Doctor Who based this way, where they're more based on sound than sight, which I found that very interesting.
And it makes sense too. Like, you're asleep, you don't see anything. You could hear stuff,
Yeah.
like you're going to sleep and all that, but you don't really see anything. So
Like I do all the time. Like I'll be laying in bed and I'll hear something and I'll be like, what? And it's nothing. And my nights are filled with terror.
the night is dark and full of terrors.
I hate the dark. Oh my gosh. Like, worst fear.
You
Really?
merely adopted the dog. I was born in it.
Yes, Dark Knight Rises reference.
Yeah.
Woo! Batman is my man.
But anyways,
We're getting
back on track
very
here,
sidetracked.
guys. I mean, okay, so obviously we found out that the main dude, Rasmussen, I think his name was essentially the guy who was like basically the bad guy, if you can even call him that.
Well, he was doing stuff that he had no
The
idea
villain?
what he was messing with. He just saw the dollar signs and he just acted. It's
Yeah.
like I was bringing up like Jurassic Park jokes during like the episode, this whole thing like, oh, you were so fascinated with what you could do, you didn't stop and think if you should do it.
But I mean, it's not even that, because once he created the monsters, he wasn't afraid of them. Like, he liked them, so that kind of makes him a more hardcore villain than just somebody who was looking for money.
Well, but see, okay, so the thing is though, like throughout the entire episode, we're seeing clips of his message.
The unreliable narrator.
Yeah, really.
Mhm.
And now that I saw that, I almost wonder how much of the time the real Rasmussen was with the Doctor, Clara, and that commander. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like after he got attacked the first time, I feel like after that, the sand version of him...
Everything that we saw in the video was the same guy.
Yeah, but see, I'm curious how much of the real stuff, like with the Doctor and them, if that was the real Rasmussen, or was that actually the sand guy? The sand version of him.
Isn't the sand version, like, just him? Like, he was, like, taken over by the sand? That's what I got out of it.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
Because I think what happened was he was in that thingy, and that's what kind of made him turn into the sand thing, is that he was, like, in there, and then he was with them, and then when he got, like, eaten, that's when he started his video.
Yeah.
Like, he got eaten, he got taken away, he started his video there, and then the Doctor came and blah, blah, blah. And also, his video was all supposed to be an advertisement, wasn't it? Like, it was like, oh, don't watch this, that makes you want to watch it, and then you watch it, and then you find out about it, and he's like, you watched it, mwah, show it to your kids.
Wow, this is
and then
going to be
he
in your nightmares.
dusted it away into the night.
And it's hilarious. He's like, we'll be all together, dust to dust.
Oh, yes.
Ashes
Dust
to ashes, dust to dust.
Clara's going to die.
Clever. Claire, I don't think Claire's gonna die.
Yes, she is.
Because I saw an interview with Peter Capaldi, and he was like, what happens to Claire is sad, but it's not what you think is gonna happen. And you said something like, what you think is gonna happen happens, but then something else happens. And I'm
No,
like,
because I think it was last week, I heard an interview with Capaldi, and he totally straight out said that
Yeah, she did.
she's gonna die.
She did. Slow and painful.
I don't know. I'm still
He
skeptical.
told us that we have to
Only I
have
can do a great thing.
like our tissues ready. Pretty much is what he said, because it's.
No,
like,
that's going to be.
I mean, I have my tissues ready every time companion leaves, so like I don't know what you expect from me. Other than
Rory!
seriously, that broke me. Amy and Rory were like my favorite ever, and that just broke me.
School broke me.
And of course, it had to have the weeping angels in it, and that's my worst fear. Oh my god.
Weeping angels everywhere. You know. So I mean, I guess we should slightly touch on. There's like, there's this little squadron of people there on the base too. I guess
The
rescue
people who all die.
Well,
Except for the commander.
yeah, the commander
Oh yeah,
survives.
she makes it.
Um,
She's cool.
but like they were rescue the crew, and obviously all the crew are all the same people.
So wait a minute. Like the POV shots and stuff like that, like when they're talking in the group, that was the Sandman the whole time, right?
Wait,
That was like the dust in their eyes.
The dust.
like-
Oh, the dust in it. Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
a little- I was a little bit confused. I was
yeah.
a little bit confused.
So that's what I was using. It wasn't like a helmet cam or anything. It was like the dust in their eyes.
Mhm.
It was like looking.
yeah, because remember they had said back on, I think it was Triton. They said that they were from that they had actually used the machines there, and then they came up to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that makes sense because that means they have been exposed to the machine.
Okay. At the end, the one like last guy who was alive before he died. At like his like one eye was covered or whatever, and I was confused. Why was that? Do you know? Like it was like half the screen was covered when he was like doing stuff, and I was like, what's happening? Like what?
I don't know. I think there was actually one soldier that said he didn't use a machine. Because the commander said that everybody on like Triton uses it. Then he's like, well, like not everyone. And then she's like, don't be smart aleck about it. So I think the guy at the end was the guy who did not use
the machine.
those pods. So, but I don't know.
But it was still seeing something from him.
Well,
I couldn't
but
tell
keep in
why.
mind the entire base is covering this dust stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, the dust can be anywhere.
Yeah, so maybe it was on his helmet or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is like it was like this weird thing where like half the screen was covered, and I was trying to figure out why, and it was like weird shape.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe I imagined it. Are you recalling this, or am I?
No.
I think I know what you're saying.
I get what you're saying though. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It stood out for me. I don't know.
Mr. Sandman.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. Like I feel the soldiers bit could have been dropped, and if it was just Clara and the doctor.
I think it was good that it built up like the tension and stuff.
Yeah, but see at the same time.
Yeah, there were dust food, I guess, or Sandman food and all that, but you actually kind of got to know them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was
I mean,
good.
they kind of gave the doctor a purpose for like staying and like exploring, because otherwise, I don't know. I can't really see it going any other way, because then, I don't know. Just me personally, because then like, what would have happened? The Sandmen chased them around for a little bit and nobody got eaten. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, pretty much what the soldiers were, except for the commander. Well, even but she got lucky. Pretty much they were the red shirts.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, red shirts.
But you always
I
have
mean-
those
Oh, yeah.
red shirts.
Oh yeah, what do you guys think of the found footage approach they took with the episode?
Like as you said in the beginning, they took it to a point where it's used differently, and I agree with that. And I thought it was used in a very different way. And I mean, clearly for Doctor Who, they have not done this yet. So,
No.
Yeah.
and the fact that it's the first time using it and it actually came out pretty well, it's like, okay, yeah, that actually worked. You know,
Pretty well.
pretty well. This was like the first time we've ever used it. It's like, okay.
Way better than Unfriended.
Towards the end, they kind of broke out of it though, and we were like using regular camera. I was like, why? You've been doing this
I
whole
couldn't
thing
tell.
like,
I couldn't
from
tell.
their
I couldn't
point
tell.
of view. I don't know. It was like they were showing all of them, and I was like, maybe it's the dust, but like it didn't look the same. Like normally the dust was like in one spot, like watching them, whereas this was like moving like a normal camera. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it did go in and out once in a while, but you know, I don't know. I still, for the most part, I thought it was like footage.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
cool. I just
Yeah.
like I was kind of disappointed when they did break out of it, because I was like, no, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Why, guys? Why?
What was the point?
Yeah.
Stick to your decisions.
So so there's one issue at the end that I have to address, and we all figured it out. So the Doctor pretty much deactivates the entire base, and it's falling to whichever planet is near them.
Yeah.
That was
And
towards like the middle of the episode.
no.
No.
I'm talking the
That's the
end.
end.
Here.
Oh, the end.
Yeah, when they're all disintegrating.
Clara goes to grab a key to unlock the doors. We've seen Clara and the Doctor can just snap their fingers and get in the TARDIS. Why would you waste your time?
For dramatic effects,
Yeah.
Zane. Gosh,
Well,
cinematic.
They can still snap and still struggle to get the TARDIS because they're on a crashing base.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I really don't know. It's like maybe they can only snap their fingers if it's unlocked, and maybe they made a
If
point
it's
to
written in-
lock it this time.
If it's in the script, they can snap their fingers.
if it's not in the script.
It's only
No.
dictated by
Yeah.
if it's in the script.
But
But maybe
see-
she forgot. Maybe it was like a moment of panic, and you're like, "Oh, I have to get the key." And then when they were inside, she was like, "Why didn't we just snap our fingers?"
Yeah, but see, and that's another thing. Like, we actually never saw them arrive on the base. We saw that they were already there.
Yeah.
So, like, we didn't see if they actually did lock the TARDIS beforehand or anything, which is interesting because every other time that I've seen them with the TARDIS, it's always been unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can just walk right in. But this time it's like they had to unlock it.
It's like a car. It's like once you
Well,
go,
yeah,
once you go away
but-
from it for a little while, it might just lock.
But I mean,
Um,
see, if that's the case, then why didn't they do that in like all the other episodes?
Yeah. Normally they can just like throw open the door and run in and start
Yeah, you know.
doing things and flipping
Well,
switches.
if they could, if it was unlocked the whole time, then there wouldn't be an episode. They would just be in the TARDIS, and like we would have like nothing going on.
Not necessarily, no.
What?
Because no, if the TARDIS was unlocked, it'd
And they
be-
went into the TARDIS, it's just gonna be like, oh my god, what's that? The TARDIS is like shaking and stuff like that because nothing would be able to get into the TARDIS and stuff like that.
What?
eh,
I
I'm
don't.
on Zane's side
I-
of the argument. I don't understand your side, so I'm just gonna stick to Zane.
pretty much what I'm saying is, you can still have an episode where the TARDIS is unlocked the entire time. For instance, gosh, I'm freaking referring to this episode too much. You put it to death. Before the flood or under the lake, the TARDIS is unlocked, and they still have an adventure.
Oh, locked.
No, unlocked.
Oh, unlocked.
Unlocked. They
Oh,
never lock
okay.
it.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm saying is, if the TARDIS is unlocked in those adventures, and everything's fine, then why did they have to lock the TARDIS in this adventure?
All I can think is for cinematic effect is why they would do
Well,
it. And it's
Because
stupid, it's
plot.
dumb, and it doesn't make sense. But
It doesn't
like,
make sense.
But like that's the only reason I can think of, like logically.
Well, maybe that's the first thing Clara thought of or something like that. Maybe like she's in a rush and stuff like that, and like she doesn't necessarily stop and think, oh wait, I could just snap my fingers. Maybe she just.
Well, see, that works, but at the same time, you also have to ask, like, if they're in a rush, wouldn't they want to keep the TARDIS unlocked so they can just run right in?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I think we should just move on.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's not.
It's just a plot hole.
Yeah.
I guess
It's
we
a
should
plot
just
hole.
move on.
It's a plot hole. But yeah. So I mean, overall, there's not too
There's
much.
not a whole lot to talk
too
about.
much about this episode
Yeah.
to talk about.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good episode. We should just
Yeah.
move on.
What would we give this episode?
We're doing
Out of 10.
out of 10, yeah.
Yeah, out of 10.
Ladies first.
Oh, really? Okay. I was trying to think.
Go for it, Leighton.
Okay, give me a second. Because I don't know, like, overall it was a good episode, but it wasn't like a mind-blowing, like, oh my god, it was
No.
a fantastic episode. So maybe, but like, I don't want to cut it down because like it was well structured. So like, 7 or an 8, I guess.
7 or 8.
Yeah, for all of the aforementioned reasons.
Okay. Alex?
I think I'm gonna go with 8.5.
8.5.
8.5. I thought it was a really entertaining episode. I was engaged the whole time. It was slightly muddled and confusing a little bit here and there, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was really fresh, and I don't necessarily want them to do this found footage again because it was so organic to the episode. But yeah, 8.5. Like, I would give it a 9, but I'd take down a half because of those damn Sonic sunglasses.
Yeah.
You're not going to get me on board on that.
See, that's why we gotta get Connor here. Like,
Yeah.
you two need to
Yeah,
hash
yeah.
it out here.
Yeah.
No, Connor will be dead by the end of the video.
I have to be honest, in the last episode or one of the episodes, when somebody like snapped his Sonic sunglasses and
Hallelujah!
I did go, yes! And then they were back and I was like, oh. Darn it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate him as much as
He
he
got him
does, but...
at American Express. It was like 2 pairs for $80.
Yeah, sounds about right. I would give it an 8. Yeah, the found footage aspect was actually good. Yes, I don't want to see this done a lot more because I think this was a good like one-off time found footage episode. And I mean, yeah, it wasn't anything too spectacular. It was just like a pretty generic, fun Doctor Who episode.
Yeah.
I mean, not too much different than anything else. But yeah, I mean, overall, yeah, it's still entertaining. I still enjoyed it, so.
You gotta love like those just general Doctor Who episodes that are just like all the others because, lately we haven't been having those. We've been having like, a ton of like the mind-blowing like
2-parters.
what's happening, 2-parters, yeah.
And like every single week is like a cliffhanger. It's just like, oh my god!
It's almost relaxing. It's like, yes, okay.
So yeah, it was nice to have it.
We have closure.
You have closure in one episode.
Yes, I don't have to go home and be like, what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen, and just, I don't know.
But yeah, so.
And it was good not to call the ending for the first time in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True.
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 Yeah. So, I promised we'd talk about this, and we certainly can. So we saw the next time trailer.
And the last, 15-20 seconds of it was, Clara's goodbye to the Doctor. And then it's just, going in and out, fade out.
These are...
And it's just why would you put that there? What's going on?
See, I almost think...
Is it another fake out?
It's going to probably be a fake out.
No, I don't think so.
Well, see, okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Let me state this right now. I do really want her to leave. I want Clara to be gone by this point. So if she does leave, I will be happy, sad, all together.
It's melancholy.
But at the same time, I feel like it'd be episode 11 that she disappears. Because remember, earlier I was reading and I hate whoever released the synopsis for the finale. Seriously, why? But
don't spoil it.
But episode 11, I think that's when she should leave because episode 12, the Doctor is all by himself. He is by himself.
As far as we know.
As far as we know. Well, no. The finale is where the Doctor is pretty much, everything's been taken away from him. So he's
Well, that doesn't mean Clara necessarily has to leave.
Well,
spoilers, you two, spoilers! I didn't even know that he was all alone. Spoilers, jeez.
Well, then I'm not gonna tell you where he ends up then, because that's a huge freaking spoiler.
Good, yeah, don't.
Would you forgive us?
No, get off of me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
By the way, discount for everyone.
I'm trying to make amends here, okay? I'm trying to make amends.
It's okay, bud.
By the way, it's gone for everyone.
I know I said I wouldn't do this at the very beginning of the episode. I know I said I wouldn't do this.
Don't do it.
But
that was all you, stupid. That was all you, stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that, so I don't get the finger. Yay.
But no, but
thanks,
honestly,
I love you too.
But honestly, the trailer we saw for the next episode, which is Face the Raven, which is very poetic.
I hope it has something to do with Edgar Allan Poe.
Because
there's a raven and
I think it's going to be
back then.
It might be.
I want it.
It might be.
Edgar Allan Poe is bae.
Is your okay.
love him so much.
Okay.
I want to be
I hate that
Edgar
word. I
Allan Poe.
hate that word.
I do too.
I hate that word. But I think it still could. It still could be Edgar Allan Poe, and it ties back to we saw Maisie Williams.
Yeah.
In one preview.
Which
And
Capaldi did say she does come back.
Yeah. Let me say my piece. Yeah. Oh no,
Go,
you didn't.
go.
No, you didn't just
Come
cut
on,
me
come
off.
Just say it.
Say
Okay,
it, man.
okay, and it could be connected to Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, and it also ties back to the Viking episodes because Odin's Raven and stuff like that, the connections, and then like Maisie Williams' character was from that village. Oh, she's called Me, right?
Well,
Me.
me as yeah.
I thought she was no one.
Yeah. I am me, and I am here.
Yeah.
I'm no one.
And I mean,
I'm trying to make
and then
it
so we also have Riggsy back next episode. And
I didn't recognize him.
These are called Jar Jar Binks.
No.
These are called Rickson.
and he was from Series 8's Flatline episode, which that was a really good episode.
Yeah, I really like
Um,
that.
and so basically I guess he has a number that basically declares that you're going to die, I guess? I don't know. I mean, it could be taken out of context because it's a trailer, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it a page number of like an Edgar Allan Poe story?
Probably.
I'm just gonna keep hoping until it happens. Like,
But also the cool thing I'm looking forward to next week is the doctor said that there are secret pockets in human societies, that there's like alien worlds.
Area 51.
No, well, I mean, think of like an Area 51, but like an alien market within like a London city or something.
I hope there's a cantina with a alien band playing.
That'd be
music.
awesome. But no, like the fact of worlds within worlds
Yeah.
is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
So
Coco.
gosh, Maisie Williams, gosh,
It's gonna be.
is it Saturday yet? Because I seriously want to see this
No,
next episode.
no, this
It's
is today.
Saturday,
Yeah.
but like it's not Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday.
I don't know, why can't it be next Saturday?
Why can't it be December 17th?
Because we're not
That
Time
too.
Lords and we can't travel through time. Nor are we Jack Harkness, so like.
Or
do
Doc
that
Brown. Marty! Leighton! Zane! We have to go back! To the future!
Back to the future!
Well,
I've never seen those movies, by the way.
What?
Shame! Shame!
What?
Shame! I give you the finger.
Hey, put that away.
This is just an episode of everybody flipping everybody off.
Well,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not going to do it because
Except Zane.
Come on, Zane.
I have my
Join us.
no. I have
I'm just
my,
kidding, you're a good guy.
I have my morals, so you know.
I'm just saying I don't have morals.
We are
Excuse
never,
you, sir.
ever getting
You
together.
asked for it, okay?
We are never, ever getting together.
Stop quoting Taylor Swift.
I'll never, ever.
Alright guys, so that's our, I guess, review.
Is it though? Is it really a review or is it just us going off on tangents?
Both. It's both. A review / reaction / tangent. So so my guests today on the couch are
I'm
His
Alex
biggest
Weis.
regrets.
no Alex Weis, yep,
And Leighton Williams. Hi.
and then obviously Zane, because I say my name at every video beginning.
Hello, Mr.
So yeah,
Zane.
so until next week, which we will be back with Face the Raven, and hopefully I'm hoping for more people. I'm getting less and less confident.
We're
in
missing
Connor.
we're missing the Jew fro.
Invite Connor and his girlfriend and maybe he'll come. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know. But anyways, until next time guys, peace.
Yo, bye.
Bye.